Hi, this is Wishup, and I thought I would do a special 2018 Wish video with the Gypsy Witch fortune-telling playing cards, which I just got. So let me explain how this works. These cards are a little bit different. They're playing cards. They also have a little Lenormand tie-in. They also have their own definitions and meanings as well. But the way you do it for wishes is that you put in the Joker card, and there are extra Joker cards too, but you use the Joker card, you shuffle the deck, and you start counting out cards. And when you get to the Joker, if it's an even numbered card, the answer to will I get my wish is yes. And if it's an odd number card, the answer is no. So I did pulls for 4 areas of wishes: career and finance, home and health, nearest and dearest, and personal development. And I will put timestamps in the comments and in the description box so that you can go. If you have a 2018 wish in one of these areas, or an ambition, a goal, a resolution, whatever, you can look and get a little quick reading on it. At the end of the video, I'm also going to show you how this works, because I had to pull these ahead of time because it's a little bit time consuming to do all the counting. So at the end of the video, I'm going to put all the cards back in the deck, and I will do a personal wish, meaning I'm not specifying what the area is. You can specify the area for any specific wish that you choose, and I will also timestamp that. So that'll be at the end, but I better get started before I run out of time. So for the first area of career and finance, the Joker, which is our wish card, came up as card number 44, which means yes, your career and finance wishes will be granted, so to speak. Now, one thing that I'm doing that I haven't seen other people do, but maybe they do it, is that I look at the card that comes right before the Joker, because this card was number 44, meaning this card was number 43. So if this card hadn't been odd, this card wouldn't be even, right? So this card was essential in making this card a yes. If it didn't exist, this would have been card 43 and therefore a no, if that makes sense. So I'm looking at the card that comes before a yes as being an enabling or helpful factor. And I'm looking at a card that comes before a no as a hindering or obstructing factor. So in this case, I got the Joker, meaning your career and finance wishes are a yes, and they're being helped by a gentleman. I will put a link to the Cancer full moon video that I just did. I'll put it in the corner in the description box and at the end of the video, because I had the gentleman come up in that reading as well. And it looked like you could be taking action, but also something I didn't mention in that video is you could be having conversations with an important gentleman that gives you that disruptive, out-of-the-box, creative approach that you need to a long-standing problem. So something I want to mention here, this male influence, because in the Cancer full moon video, there was in the center position a book. This male influence could be coming from secret information that you get from a gentleman, but also from a book. It could be inspiring stories from someone who's faced situations like you're facing, or perhaps even from someone in your family or a mentor, but somebody who did something different, somebody who's offering something that's a new take on it for you. So I hope that makes sense, but you're being helped by a gentleman. So it could be a mentor, it could be a boss, but in some way you are going to be able to take that creative approach, and it's really going to be great for your career and finance. So the next area is home and health. Now, of course, I do not do health advice, but you may have your own personal health goals, which you're supervising, you're working with a health professional about, you're considering or thinking about. And home, your body is your home, But your home is also your direct surroundings. So you may think of your family home, but you could also be in a dorm, which is sort of your temporary home. You could work from home. So home is anything that is your direct, close environment in terms of your physical environment and circumstances. So what I got there was the Joker. Oh, the last thing I wanted to mention, the Joker for career and finance was card 44. And that is an angelic master number. So it could be that the gentleman who you're feeling assistance from could even be an angelic or spiritual or ancestral figure that you get a master's guidance, so to speak, that could be tangible, but it might also be spiritual. Okay. All right, back to home and health. Okay, so for home and health, the Joker card came up as number 36, which is yes, you get your wish. It's over the helpful card of the money safe. And the money safe was actually also over the card of the rose. And I'll explain why I did that. So your home and health wishes are coming true. They're being aided by investment. So what's clear here is that the investment is coming sort of on the open side of the safe, meaning you're spending for money you have. If this were badly aspected, it would mean losses from speculation. So this is saying if you're making investments in your home and health, you should find that you have enough in surplus to make advancements toward your wishes. It would counsel against going deeply into debt to do these things. Now, we don't always have choices. You have to do things. Sometimes you just have to do them. But this is saying if you can find ways to make progress from your surplus, investment in home and health is going to be very well aspected. We've also got the rose here, which was underneath, and to me was helping characterize the nature of the safe. And it says roses indicate beauty and rugged health. So to me, this is indicating a somewhat natural approach, an approach that favors development of strength, of resilience. It could also be if this deals with home issues, like maybe you're home decorating, right? And you're trying to add more beauty to your home, maybe more natural beauty to your home. So this would indicate maybe you look for natural things to decorate your home that don't break the bank, that create a fulfillment of your wishes, but they do so out of your surplus, and they really honor what is beautifully natural. So that's home and health. Let's get on to your nearest and dearest. This is relationships in all its ways. It could be a relationship with your cubicle mate because they're near to you, but it could also be a relationship to someone who's dear to you who's quite far away. So it's however you think of nearest and dearest in your relationships. The Joker came up as card 28, so that's a yes. Your wishes in the area of your nearest and dearest are coming up yes. Now, what's helpful to these wishes, what's helping them, is the ship. The ship is a card of riches. So again, this Saturn Capricorn thing, it's really emphasizing tangible developments, material developments. So the ship is about riches, but it's also about wealth by inheritance and trade. It also talks about voyages. So it's very much a cousin to the Lenormand version there. But if we look at the Nine of Hearts here, we see it's related to the wish card in tarot. So what's going to happen, it looks like, is there's going to be a lot of movement with these relationships which are nearest and dearest to you. So you could look at someone very close to you getting a new job, making a move. If they're far away from you, maybe they can get closer. If you wish they were further away from you, that might happen too. But what's interesting to me is this ship is being influenced by what's underneath it, which is the clouds. And the clouds, yes, it can indicate things like severance, but it also, I take it from this Lenormand standpoint where it indicates things which are unclear. So the movements are going to tend to be of a dramatic nature, and you may not see them coming. You may not know that this is all happening until it happens. So when it happens, you may have to be ready for it and adjust on your feet. In some way, it is a fulfillment of a wish, but that doesn't mean it's not going to need some legwork. It sort of looks like it will, because it's going to be a surprise and you may not be able to plan for it. Whatever this influx of this voyage, this move, this change, this trade, this commerce, this job that has to do with your nearest and dearest, it's, it could be a biggie. So that's that. Let's go to personal development. So this time the joker was a no. It was number 7. And interestingly, it was also influenced by the ship. It was being hindered by the ship, which says to me that if you're doing an area of personal development, which is very private and contemplative, possibly very spiritual, or something that you're keeping to yourself, doing for your own reasons, that is going to be somewhat challenged by all this other activity going on in career and finance, home and health with your nearest and dearest. And that was also being influenced by the fox. And to me, this means that you're going to be operating in a much larger realm, or in a different realm than you're used to. And you're going to have to figure out how to set up your livelihood, how to strategize, who you can trust, like getting these new relationships developed, getting your new habits set up if you're moving or something like that. This is going to all take very strategic planning on your part. And for me, 7, which is where the joker came up, is a card of strategy. It's a card of mastery. It's challenging you as to whether or not you've mastered a certain topic. So I think that areas of very private personal development are going to be, you're going to have to strategize if you want to pursue them, because there's so much else going on. So let me see if I can quickly shuffle this up and get your private wish, because that's probably the one you care about the most. I'm shuffling. And you're like, well, why don't you just pause the video and shuffle it and edit like a normal person? I don't know. I really don't know. But here we go. I'm shuffling. I'm shuffling. You can probably hear that. I can't do it in front of the camera. I'll knock this tiny tripod over, but I'm cutting the cards. Okay, so let's see what your wish is. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Shoot, did I lose count? 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 47. Okay, so the personal wish, the answer is somewhat no, or no, because it's being hindered by number 36. The cat indicates flattery if near number 6, foretells personal injury near 29, and 30, it denotes strife. So if I think of the cat and I think of the 8 of Cups, I'm thinking of the fact that we are moving from something and we're moving into a sphere of new people. Let's say you have an influx of wealth or inheritance or trade. You're surrounded by people, you're trying to figure out who you can trust. You're being flattered, you're being whatever. You're having all these things happen to you. Maintaining your independence and being independently minded can be very challenging. And so we've got this 47 as your wish being no, but because the cat is part of this question, it's going to be not succumbing to flattery, taking good care of yourself, and maintaining your integrity, which I think is sort of a key for the year anyway. So I hope you find that interesting or fun or helpful. And in 2018, please rock on with your bad selves.